Alors, bonjour class. Welcome to our distance learning for today. Please be on your best behavior for our guest teacher. Guest teacher, please adjust the volume as needed. You are also welcome to pause or rewind the video when needed. Students, I need you to participate fully today. I understand that your partner may not be there, and if your partner is not there, it is your responsibility to find one. And please remember our classroom rules. Mouths are quiet, eyes are watching, ears are listening, body is still, and follow directions quickly. And just as a reminder, there is no hall pass, no phones, and no Chromebook unless it is for the Quizlet Live that we are playing today. So let's go ahead and get started. Ouvrez vos agendas, s'il vous plaît. Ouvrez vos agendas. Okay, so today our I can is I can describe others. So in your planners, please write down I can describe others. I can describe others. Merci. Okay. Une petite révision. Alors, répétez, s'il vous plaît. Répétez. Comment es-tu? Je suis. Je ne suis pas. Très bien. Alors, répétez, s'il vous plaît. Aujourd'hui, c'est vendredi, le 22 novembre. Okay, so we are in our packet, in our focus. Before you start making noise, let's look at our directions. So it says make complete, accurate sentences about yourself using the following vocabulary words: blonde, petit, sympa, contente, and timide. So remember, like we practiced yesterday, you're going to use either je suis or je ne suis pas to write your sentences. So again, we're on our focus. Guest teacher, if you would please pause the video and give students 4 minutes to write this down. Okay, let's go ahead and look at your responses. So on the left is if you responded in the affirmative. On the right is if you responded in the negative using I am not. So if you used one of the I am nots, just make sure you have your ne pas sandwich around suis. If you don't have it there, you need to fix it. So on number 1, you could have je suis blonde, though most of you are going to have down je ne suis pas blonde. On number 2, you can have je suis petit or je suis petite, or je ne suis pas petit or petite, adding those extra E's if we're girls. Number 3, we have je suis sympa, or you could write je ne suis pas sympa, but hopefully we all wrote down je suis sympa. Same with number 4, hopefully we all have je suis content, contente. If not, je ne suis pas content ou contente. And then number 5, you could have either je suis timide or je ne suis pas timide. Okay, so let's go ahead and fill in our traffic light, rouge, jaune, ou vert, for I can describe myself. Rouge, I don't get it yet. I need some help. Jaune, I can do it with my notes. Vert, I can do it by myself. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we are all there today because we did such a good job practicing yesterday. So go ahead and fill in your traffic light and then markers away. So next we're going to do a quizzes. You're going to go to joinmyquiz.com and put in the code 906283. It is set up as homework, so that way you can start as soon as you get in. And please close your Chromebook when you are done so we know when you're ready to move on. The guest teacher is going to pause this video and walk around and make sure that you're doing the quizzes and not playing any games. And then once everyone is done, or most people are done, we can go ahead and press play on the video again and continue our lesson. So again, we're going to joinmyquiz.com and you're typing in the game code 906283. So ouvrez vos Chromebooks, s'il vous plaît. Alors, how do we do? Ça va bien? Ça va comme ci, comme ça? Ou ça va mal? Okay, très bien. Looks like we're getting there. Alors, répétez s'il vous plaît. Comment est-il? Il est? Il n'est pas. Excellent. Répétez. Comment est-elle? Elle est? Elle n'est pas. Très bien, because today we're focusing on describing others. Alors, répétez s'il vous plaît. Grand? Grande. Petit? Petite. Brun? Brune. Blonde? Blonde. Beau? Belle. Mignon? Mignonne. Jeune? Jeune. Vieux? Vieille. Sportif? Sportive. Excellent. Répétez encore. Comment est-il? Il est? Il n'est pas. Comment est-elle? Elle est? Elle n'est pas. Excellent. Répétez, s'il vous plaît. Let's look at our personality. Répétez. Content? Contente. Triste? Triste. Amusant? Amusante. Drôle? Drôle. Intelligent? Intelligente. Bête? Bête. Intéressant? Intéressante. Sympa? Sympathique. Gentil? Gentille. Méchant? Méchante. Timide? Timide. Okay, so I want us to take a look at this before we start doing our speaking, because our goal or target is for everyone to get a 3. But if you want, you can shoot and push for the 4. So a 3 would just be giving our normal sentences like il est beau, il n'est pas bête. If we want to get a 4, we're combining sentences. So things like il est beau et sympa, il n'est pas bête ni petit. So what we're going to do is we're going to work with our elbow partner, and you are going to ask and answer what the following people are like using one affirmative and one negative structured sentence. And if you want to practice getting a 4 and then the A and the ni for the negative sentences, you can. Otherwise, let's just focus on like an il est and an il n'est pas. These are all characters from a movie. If you haven't seen the movie, don't worry, because you can kind of tell from this guy, like he's tall, he's not handsome, and he's kind of looking mean, like he might be a villain. So just by looking at them, you should be able to give some descriptions, even if you're not familiar with the movie. So let's practice the words we're going to use one more time. Répétez. Comment est-il? Il est. Il n'est pas. Then you can use either physical traits or personality traits. So again, we're speaking with our elbow partner. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to find an elbow partner if you do not have an elbow partner sitting next to you right now today. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Merci. So our elbow partner that's closest to the back is going to ask comment est-il first. The person closer to the smartboard is going to answer. And if you're really fast, you can ask them back before we switch. But once we switch, then it's going to be the person by the smartboard's turn to ask first. Okay? So here we go. Comment est-il? 3, 2, 1, go. Here's the next one. Person closer to the back is asking this time, comment est-elle? Person by the smartboard's asking. Person in the back is asking. Person by the smartboard is asking. Okay, we're coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Merci. Alors, ça va bien? Ça va comme ci, comme ça? Ou ça va mal? Ok, bien, merci. Alors, répétez s'il vous plaît. Comment s'appelle-t-il? Comment s'appelle-t-il? Let's try that one more time. Répétez. Comment s'appelle-t-il? Bien. Répétez. Il s'appelle Maui. Comment s'appelle-t-elle? Comment s'appelle-t-elle? Excellent. Répétez. Elle s'appelle Diana. Elle s'appelle Diana. Okay, so these two questions should look familiar. We're used to comment t'appelles-tu, but now we want to know what's his name and what's her name. So, comment s'appelle-t-il and comment s'appelle-t-elle? So, what, for example, would we put in this first one? How would our question be? It would be comment s'appelle-t-elle? Comment s'appelle-t-elle? And to answer? Good. Elle s'appelle Margot. Répétez. Comment s'appelle-t-elle? Let's try that one again. Répétez. Comment s'appelle-t-elle? Elle s'appelle Margot. Excellent. So we're going to practice because this is one thing we're going to need to be able to do for our writing assessment is say what people's names are. So this time we are with our eyeball partner, and we're going to take turns asking and answering comment s'appelle-t-il, and il s'appelle or elle s'appelle, and their name. If you don't know what their name is, I have it up on the top, okay? So you can see it right there. So let's go ahead. We're doing speaking with an eyeball partner. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to find an eyeball partner if your partner is gone today. Vous avez 10, 9, 8, 7 secondes for finding your elbow partner. 6, or eyeball, je m'excuse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Merci. Okay, let's try this one together. Répétez. Comment s'appelle-t-il? Il s'appelle Drew. Good. Now your turn. So if you're the eyeball partner on the left, you're always going to have the left side. If you're the right, you're always going to have the right side because it's going to change. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, Lucy. Edith. Felonious. Did you guys know his name is Felonious? His last name is Grew. So here we go. Comment s'appelle-t-il? 3, 2, 1, go. Agnes. Excellent. How are we doing with people's names? Ça va bien? Ça va comme ci, comme ça? Ou ça va mal? Excellent. Merci. Okay, so why we're learning this is we need to put it all together because one of our I cans for the assessment is I can describe a pet. Okay, so for example, it's going to look like one of these, like il s'appelle Fido, il a 3 ans, so he's 3 years old, il est beau, il n'est pas petit, il est intelligent, il n'est pas méchant. Okay, so his name's Fido, he's 3 years old, he's handsome, he's not small, he's smart, he is not mean. So that's what we're going to focus on doing our 3s. So name and then descriptions. We're going to practice both our physical descriptions and our personality descriptions. First, we're going to do that on exercice L. So ouvrez vos paquets et tournez à l'exercice L. Page 8 et page 9. Page 8 et page 9. Tournez à la page 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's look through our directions. It says, can you describe the following monsters? And if you haven't seen it, don't worry. You can figure it out from how they look. So I need one sentence telling me the monster's name. So that's going to be that il s'appelle or elle s'appelle that we just practiced. I need one affirmative structured physical description sentence. So one sentence about what they look like. Another sentence about what they look like, but this one's going to have a ne pas sandwich in it. And then I need one affirmative structured personality description sentence. So that's how they act. And again, if you don't know, give it your best guess. And then one negative structured personality description sentence. So that's another one that's going to use a ne pas sandwich. So let's look at an example because I think that's a little bit less confusing than the directions. So our first monster is Mike Wazowski. If you're a smart student, you'll copy down my answers because I'm giving you the answer for the first one. If not, do it yourself. So we need to do the name. So we're going to do il s'appelle because he's a boy. And then his name, Mike Wazowski. And then next, we need a physical description. So I picked il est petit because Mike is super short. And then my other description for physical, I did il n'est pas sportif. So he's not athletic. And now we need to describe his personality. So I said, il est drôle. He's funny. And il n'est pas triste. He is not sad. Okay, so that's an example of how your sentences would look and would get you a 3 on ICANN number 19 on our assessment. So let's go ahead. We're going to pause the video and you're going to have 10 minutes to work on describing the monsters. They're on pages 8 and 9. Feel free to use your vocab sheet, and if you are getting stuck, ask someone at your table for help. So guest teacher, please pause the video for 10 minutes. Go ahead and use that timer and try and help the students out the best you can. All right, let's get some more practice because I am worried about this ICANN because it's one of the ones that people do the worst on. So let's flip over to page 5. So tournez à la page 5. S'il vous plaît, page 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tournez à la page 5, s'il vous plaît. Exercice E or I. So you're going to choose 4 characters from my list. They're over here. Okay. And I need you to write an affirmative and a negative structured sentence about each of your chosen characters' personality, because generally you guys are really good at doing the physical, what people or things look like, but we have a hard time with personality. Now, if you're feeling like an overachiever, though, you go ahead and add those A's and those N's to the sentences so you're having more descriptions and you can add physical in. But otherwise, for those of us who are shooting for 3s, this is what we're going to do. We're going to pick a character. So I picked Dory, so I need to say what her name is. So I said, elle s'appelle Dory. And then I need 2 sentences about her personality. So I did, elle est drôle. She is funny. And then for my negative structured sentence, I did, elle n'est pas intelligente. Okay, elle n'est pas intelligente. So she is not smart because she's got that memory loss problem going on. So I'd write those sentences on my paper and then I'd pick another character. So you're going to start with 1 character, but in the end you'll do 4. You're going to write what their name is, and then you're going to describe their personality. So you're going to use il if it's a boy and elle if it is a girl. So we are on page 5. So guest teacher, you can go ahead and pause the video now if you got this far. Kudos, this is the last thing we're going to work on today. So once you're done with this, you are finished. Just make sure the last 2 to 3 minutes of class, we are cleaning up. Make sure that you put everything away, tuck in your chairs, and have a stellar weekend. Au revoir.